related issue.
We're back.
This video is reportedly from several months ago. Hulk visiting his new sports bar in New York.
The fans in New York still treat me.
With immense grief and heavy hearts, the world bids farewell to a titan of sports entertainment. Hulk Hogan, born Terry Jean Bollea, passed away on July 24, 2025, at the age of 71, closing an iconic chapter in wrestling history that defined generations and transformed pop culture. More than just a man in the ring, Hogan was a movement, a myth, a megastar. For millions, he wasn't just a wrestler, he was a hero in red and yellow. From Augusta to immortality, born on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, Hogan's road to superstardom was far from ordinary. As a teenager, his dream was to play professional baseball. But after a major injury sidelined that ambition, Hogan pivoted to music, playing bass in local rock bands throughout Florida. Fate, however, had even larger plans. With a statuesque build, unmatched charisma, and undeniable presence, Hogan quickly caught the attention of regional wrestling promoters in the late 1970s. He debuted professionally in 1977, and by the early 80s, the Hulkster had arrived. The rise of Hulkamania. The moment that changed wrestling forever came in 1984, when Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik to win the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. It wasn't just a title change, it was a cultural explosion. From that day forward, Hulkamania swept across America and beyond. Children wore yellow bandanas, adults mimicked his poses. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, and believe in yourself. Became more than just a catchphrase, it became a creed. He was the embodiment of 1980s optimism, a real-life superhero who came crashing through the television screen every Saturday morning. WrestleMania 3, a moment for the ages. No conversation about Hogan's legacy is complete without WrestleMania 3. In front of a record-shattering crowd of over 93,000 fans at the Pontiac Silverdome in 1987, Hogan did the unthinkable. He body-slammed the 520-pound Andre the Giant and pinned him for the victory. That singular moment, frozen in time, remains one of the most iconic scenes in sports entertainment history. It wasn't just a wrestling feat, it was a symbol of triumph against the impossible. Beyond the ring, Hogan's influence extended well past the squared circle. He made Hollywood inroads with films like Rocky III, where he famously played the flamboyant wrestler Thunder Lips, and later starred in No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, and the family reality series Hogan Knows Best. He was also a frequent guest on late-night talk shows, children's cartoons, commercials, and even had his own Saturday morning animated series. There was no corner of American media in the 1980s and 90s that Hogan didn't touch. Controversy, redemption, and resilience. But Hogan's legacy is not without shadows. In the 2010s, a private recording emerged containing racially offensive language, leading to his temporary removal from the WWE Hall of Fame and widespread public condemnation. Hogan issued repeated apologies, and after years of reflection and rebuilding, he was reinstated into the Hall in 2018. Despite legal battles, including a high-profile defamation lawsuit against Gawker Media in 2016, and intense personal scrutiny, Hogan remained a resilient figure, determined to restore his legacy while acknowledging the mistakes of his past. Double Hall of Fame inductee and lasting influence. In 2005, Hogan was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame for his solo achievements. In 2020, he was honored again, this time as a founding member of the revolutionary stable The New World Order, NWO, whose black and white takeover redefined the wrestling landscape in the late 1990s. Even in retirement, his name was chanted in arenas around the world. For rising stars and veterans alike, Hogan was the blueprint. His presence continued to influence wrestling's style, showmanship, and storytelling. A final farewell. Hogan's death has triggered a tidal wave of tributes from across the entertainment world. Fellow wrestlers, actors, fans, and even political figures have voiced their admiration and sorrow. Sylvester Stallone, who worked with Hogan on Rocky III, shared a tearful post calling him an unstoppable spirit with a heart of gold. WWE has announced a 10-bell salute will open SmackDown this Friday, with a special video tribute and memorial video narrated by Triple H. Rest Easy, Immortal One in wrestling. It's tradition to pass the torch. But Hogan didn't pass a torch. He lit an entire era on fire. He taught a generation to flex with pride, to fight with honor, and to never back down. What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you? We know now. We remember. We cherish. Because Hulk Hogan wasn't just a man. He was a moment. He was a movement. He was, and always will be, immortal. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. The ring is dimmer now, but your light shines on.